Hi, I'm Scott Swenson. We're at Lynn's Propane Trucks. We've got another stock truck here for you today. This is a Peterbilt 537. It's got a PX9, 350 horsepower, 1050 foot-pounds of torque, 34.99 gallon tank, 10 and 23,000 pound axles. As you can see, there is chrome, lights, aluminum, stainless steel on this truck from front to back. It's an absolutely beautiful truck. We've got the chrome bumper. We've got two strobe lights up here. We've also got one on each side of the truck, one on the rear head of the tank. Stainless steel exterior sun visor. We've got two air horns up top with snow shields. Bright finish mirrors. Those are heated, and they're also power mirrors, so you can adjust them right from the door of the cab. Chrome bumper. Aluminum wheels, aluminum fuel tank, stainless fenders, fender brackets, stainless deck, stainless oversized meter box. The cab is full of options as well. Let's go in there and take a look at that really quickly. This truck has power locks, power windows. We've got the heated mirrors button right here on the driver's side door, and it also has control of the mirrors. You can adjust them remotely right from the door here. It's really handy, especially if you're backing down a driveway and knock that mirror out of adjustment. You can just readjust it right from the door there. Next to that, we've got a couple of factory switches. One for the strobe lights, so we've got the two strobes on the front. We've got a strobe on each side of the tank and one on the rear tank as well. We also have our work light switch there. So that's two on the lower rear corners of the cab and two on the rear head of the tank. Moving across, we've got our exhaust brake, rear differential lock, our concert class radio, AM, FM weather band, Bluetooth, USB jack, everything you could want. Up top here, we've got a 7-inch monitor, color. That's our backup camera. It's tied into the reverse circuit, so whenever you hit reverse, this will come on. It's a really nice safety feature. It completely eliminates the blind spot directly behind the truck. It's really a nice thing. Moving down here, we've got our custom made printer stand. We custom make these for every cab. So this is solid. It's not going to be rattling as you drive down the road. We also have a RAM mount pre-drilled here. If you're going to use in-cab electronics, something to hold your tablet or a phone or anything like that, it mounts here nice and easily. We have a ticket holder down here as well. We'll put that there just to help keep the drivers organized. It's a nice thing. A lot of times we'll see cardboard boxes or wooden boxes with tickets just piled in it or all over the dash, but that really helps them stay organized. This truck has a 4-function remote. We've got the PTO and the throttle, which are very common ones. So you just pull the hose out, you get to the stop, you get to the tank, you hook your hose end nozzle up, click the PTO on, click the throttle up as it fills, throttle down, PTO off, all from the tank. It's nice the drivers use it so it doesn't live on the dash, the battery dies, you get pulled over, DOT ticket when it doesn't work. This also has a 4th feature other than the e-stop, PTO and throttle. It's the reel out. This is really nice, especially if you're an older gentleman, but if really for anyone, you just feather this out, it'll wind the reel, wind the hose right off the reel as you're pulling it out. Really nice feature. Just one more small feature here. We've got two USB ports, two 12-volt receptacles here, enough to charge anything you want, your tablet, your phones, GPS, whatever it is you're using. Let's head to the side of the truck and take a look at some of the options there. Again, as you can see, the stainless wheels. We've got the aluminum steps, aluminum battery box cover, stainless grab handle. We've got our work lights on the lower rear corner of the cab here. So we've got two here, two on the rear head of the tank. They're on that factory switch right beside the steering wheel there. Aluminum fuel tank. Here's our other strobe light here. And right below that is our chalk block holder, spring loaded, so that you can easily store them and secure the load. Rubber on the front and the back so they're not banging down the road as you're driving. Nice and easy to use for your drivers. Stainless fenders, stainless fender brackets. We've got the stainless steel spacer here that helps pull that mud flap back so you don't pin it against a snowbank and tear it off. The stainless piece helps keep the road grime off the back deck. Let's take a look at the back deck for a few more options. Let's start up top here. We've got the two work lights on the back, so those work in conjunction with the two on the rear corners of the cab. The strobe light working with one on each side of the truck and two on the front of the truck. That that lets anybody know where you are, no matter what direction they're coming from. It's a really nice safety feature. In the center there as well, we have the camera for our backup camera. So that comes on with the reverse circuit. Every time you put it in reverse, you can see exactly what's directly behind the truck here. Really, really nice safety feature. Moving across here, we've got our oversized stainless steel meter box, LC meter, IQ register, 2-stage preset. You want to deliver 139.6 gallons, it'll drop it right on the money every single time. We've got a tray back here to hold your fittings, gloves, anything you're carrying with you. We've also got a leak check spray bottle holder on the side here. We see that used for bee killer a lot in the summer. The drivers would keep it there. It keeps it nice and handy for them. We store the hose end nozzle in the meter box. Keeps it clean, grime off it, snow and ice off it, and it's nice and easy. It's easy in, easy out. I know a lot of times we see, you know, there might be a fitting on the deck here. You've got to thread it on and thread it off. Beginning and end of every delivery. Just takes time and effort. This is nice and simple. Keeps it dry, clean, out of the weather. We've got a Henne Guide Master on our Henne reel. This is spec for 200 feet of hose, and it comes with 250 feet of hose, excuse me. Comes with 150 feet of 1-inch low temp hose. That gives you extra room on this. You can just throw it on as it kind of is now. You're out there doing 40, 50 deliveries sometimes in the winter. You're just throwing that hose back on, trying to hustle and get the gallons out. That lets you just throw it on any way you want. It's not going to lop over, get caught between the frame and the drum and nick the hose. It's not going to rub on the deck. We've got a couple of spaces here that lift it up off the deck. So this is really, it's a nice setup. It lets your drivers be efficient as they possibly can be. They don't have to reel it up perfectly every single time to fit it on the reel. The Guide Master, of course, that's just that's great for the back. Otherwise, you're guiding it in by hand. You're getting all of your gloves, whatever you drag the hose through. This is a very nice option for your drivers. On the back here, we've got a lowered stainless deck, lowered fills. So a lot of times, well, most of the time, the builders will have a prefab deck. You've got the chassis rails right from the factory. They'll bolt it on top of that, and they're good to go. This, we drop the deck here, so everything you're doing is within your center of gravity. When you put it up on top of the chassis rails, you're working up high all day long. This is all nice and low, right where you need to be. As far as loading, we've got lowered fills as well. They're angled, so it's nice and easy. You just put that 2-inch loading hose right on your arm. Acme's line up, it's nice and simple. I see so many people struggling with that over their head. They've got the higher fills that aren't angled at the right degree, just struggling to get those Acme's lined up so they can thread it on. This, nice and simple. Let's head to the side of the truck and we'll take a look at a few more options. Again, we've got the stainless steel lower deck, stainless fenders, fender brackets, stainless spacer. We've got a 48-inch toolbox. This has an aluminum body, but it's got the bright finish chrome. Door looks really nice. We've got the chrome cover on our DEF tank, stainless steel actually. Aluminum steps, aluminum cover for the after treatment device, vertical exhaust, stainless steel cover on that, stainless grab handle. We have the lights again, lower rear corners of the cab, 2 on the rear head. Got that switch from the factory right beside the steering column, nice and easy to access. I guess lastly on this truck, we have a heat exchanger. So all that heat exchanger is doing, it's heating propane and throwing it into the head of the tank. As soon as you turn the pump on, it pushes propane through one side. You have your engine coolant running through the other side to heat it. So as soon as you start delivering gallons, your tank, the propane in your tank wants to boil. As you're pulling gallons out, it wants to boil to replace the pressure. All that boiling is just like water. That goes down into your pump. When your pump's not solid liquid, it's not as efficient. It's louder. With this, what it'll do is, if you wanted to pump this entire truck off, say you started at 68 gallons a minute, you're going to finish at 66, 67, 68 gallons a minute. Where normally you get into delivery on a larger tank, you know, say a 500 or 1,000 gallon, after you hit 100 gallons, 110, 120, you're starting to drop with your gallons per minute because the propane in the tank's boiling, you're getting bubbles in your pump, it's not as efficient. This keeps you very efficient on those bigger deliveries. It's a really, really nice option. The pump is always quiet. There's no bubbles imploding in it, so it also helps with pump life. It makes it a lot longer. So it's a great option. This truck's built. We're ready to deliver gas. Give us a call if you have any questions. 800-252-5467. We'll talk to you soon.